Alright, back here for part 2 of the title matches of today's JBT event. Blue versus green in an all-female title match in handicap. Gabby Weis versus Brooke Martinez. That ball's got to hook a lot. It is. Almost enough. She's getting 35 pins against Brooke Martinez here on your left, and right now she only trails on the scoreboard by about 10 or so. See if she can pick up this tricky little cluster. Got to avoid the chop. That little slow hook she does, that's pretty choppable, but nice move there. Going righter and straighter. That's a very nice conversion. Brooke was red hot in the semifinal match. Started out hot in this match as well, and this is a ball change for her. Kind of like the ball change actually, but still creeps up high on her and leaves a 4-7. Dallas, that sweeper is upside down. Did you install that?
Yes, I did.
That rake is totally upside down. It's brought to you by Kickroad.
I did a pretty good job.
This ball's got to hang on. It does not. Oh dear. Potentially costly open there for Brooke. Brooke has been oh so close to winning, but has yet to taste victory either. A couple of second places for her. Little brother KJ has a win. A couple wins. Big brother Zack has a couple wins. Brooke would really like to join the club there. Meanwhile, Zack looking to join one of our most exclusive clubs with 10 wins. So few have done it over the years. It's pretty darn hard to win one with us, let alone 10. He just struck in the in-between frames, covered a lot of boards. Unfortunately not able to double up here in the 5th. Joe did when we were on break. So he's going to fall further behind even if he does convert this 2-7. He was high early on, he went light in the middle. His adjustment was to move even deeper and kind of do a big slow wheel. He's still got to get it out to that friction on the far right though. He didn't get that one far out enough. Try and hook it into the 2-7 and ouch. Oh, and the wheel's coming off here a little bit for Hattori. He's close though. He's got a good look on the right-hand lane and he's been close on that left-hand lane. He can still strike out for 199. Like we said, even though Joe's got a title, he can occasionally throw some yippee shots. Right now he can start to work towards putting this match away if he can triple up here in the 6th. Oh yeah! That is exactly what to do in this pattern. He's taking a lot of the hook out of the ball. He's getting it right up right of the first arrow and letting the lane do all the work. These bowling balls come in on light hits like that, they're going to carry most of the time. They do. It did, and there it is. Way right for Brooke also. And look at this roar back. Holy cow. Well, if nothing else, that'll show you just how much friction there is out in the 1-2 board there. She does not have a lot of hand rotation, and that ball almost turned on a left angle. No running, Dallas Leon.
Okay, I'll try.
Cross lane, she missed the cross lane on the other side in the last frame. This time she'll get it. Alright. So Brooke actually trailing scratch in the match right now. That's not where she wants to be.
I wish I could.
Yeah, Brooke's got all the tools to become a really, really high quality bowler, especially on the female side. Good fundamentals and a lot of motivation and drive. I can hardly think of any good female lefties, so if Gabby wants to stick with the sport, she's got all the basics down too, really. See how she throws the ball in a couple years. Up quickly at the 2-4. Uh-oh, maybe a little too quickly there. She doesn't quite hook it over there. It gives Brooke a little bit of life. Seems like a lot of pins to make up, but in 3 frames, Brooke can easily make up the 20 or so she trails by right now. Zack can max out for 199, and we'll probably need that at this point. I still don't think that's far enough. Yeah. A little frustrated there as he didn't get that ball to project nearly as far right as he needed to. This is another ugly spare to have to shoot at, and I think frustration is setting in at the moment. Still the backup ball and does cover it. It's not the way I would shoot that, but that's why I'm sitting back here talking into a box and they're bowling. Joe on cruise control right now. Given some of his 9th and 10th frames in the past, there is nothing more he or his dad would like but to have this match wrapped up with a couple frames to go, and he can do a lot towards that with a 4-bagger here. Not bad. Oh! Ringing 10. Excellent shot. 6 flies around that 10 pin. His dad popped up out of his chair on that one. Alright, fill your frame. He spares and Zack spares. That's another frame gone for Zack to catch up. Cross lane, very well done. Nice job from Joe. He's cruising along at a 2:10 pace. So even if Zack does strike out now, if I get my math right, Joe would only need a mark.
Other side, Gabby.
Somewhere here to lock it up, right? Dallas Leon?
He's fair.
Yep. Gabby now working on that open here in the 8th frame. This one's going right. And the old 1-2-8s. Brittany Kalatzy's your handicap division points leader right now. She missed the cut today, but Isaiah didn't bowl, so she's still going to gain a little ground on Isaiah. KJ made the cut in 3rd today, so he'll catch up a little bit. Meanwhile, Kayla, right behind KJ, missed the cut by a pin today. Painful one for Kayla. And, oh, a potentially painful open for Gabby. And James Gabor also made the cut today. Those are your top 5 in points headed in. They will probably stay in the top 5 given the rest of the list. Big shot here for Brooke. Can't afford any opens. Switches back to the other ball. Got a wheel. Ooh, and a bucket. 2 bad things there. A easily missable bucket. B, 4 more pins to count off the board there because she was working on the spare. She's got 117 through 7. That's a 5-pin lead. If she spares this up, it's a theoretical 16-pin lead. Once again, 35 her magic number, so must have this spare. Wow, that's a nice job. A challenging spare for anybody at any level. That's a good job converting the bucket there. She has that theoretical 16-pin lead and still very much in this game. Joe just wants to fill frames right now. Just make good shots. If they carry, great. If not, hey, spare it up and move on. And is he ever throwing good shots? My goodness. A confident Lewandowski. Finally, the right combination of in and out for Zack. Joe, and in the semifinal match, opened in the 9th frame to give Hatchet a chance, and those who follow the tour closely must have been thinking, oh boy, here we go again. It turned out he needed a mark in the 10th frame, and he went up there and flushed 10 in the pit. Oh boy, oh boy. And I think that gave Joe a little more confidence for this game as well, as Zack could be an intimidating bowler to bowl. But Joe, unfazed by any of that, is going to walk away with this title. Brooke has to spare up this 4-7. She missed it last time. That time, no trouble at all, though. All right, the pressure back on Gabby. We're hitting the head pin. Oh, no, are you kidding me? She got a couple lucky Brooklyns earlier that time. That's a rotten break. As I'm sure the lighter ball had something to do with that, but you don't see too many Brooklyn 710s ever. My goodness. Well, we have still never had a 710 converted on JBT webcasts. Could Gabby be the first? No? Well, hopefully that pin won't come back to haunt her later, as now the match is closer. There we go. Well, the good news is now Zack's got it. The bad news is Joe would have to burst a spleen here to go away. See how over he is playing right up that gutter. If I were him, I might give it just a little more leeway to the left this time. Oh! Did I call it, Dallas? Did I just call that? Did I really do that?
How come you're not hired by ESPN?
I don't know, man. But the great news for Joe right there is that he's on a strike. If he was on a spare, obviously a near tragedy. Here, that's not as bad. Zack can still only max out for 189. If Joe gets 9 on this ball, he'd still be at 183. So really, he's still in fine shape. I doubt that Joe has done that much math. He's going to make a little tape adjustment, and this is a great move by him. Not only is it a mature move to pick a situation like this to make sure your equipment feels right, but it's also a little bit of a mental timeout for him too. I like the move for both of those reasons. And again, any kind of a 9 count here would only force him to get 7 pins on 2 balls in the 10th, and that's if Zack strikes out. So still in good shape. These are good lessons to learn. Is let us commentators here talk about the score. You work on knocking the pins over. Yeah. Strategic re-racks are always in play too. Nicely done. Alright, it's not the best possible result here to have the mental block of a pocket 7-10 right there, but he will need 9 pins on 2 balls in the 10th if Zack strikes out. Meanwhile, in the handicap division, the difference is 26 right now. Yeah, theoretical 26 with Brooke on the spare. So Gabby's still ahead by 9 pins, pending what Brooke does here. Here's the 10th frame. Boy, high hit, could have been anything. Very lucky to not lead the split. With a very makeable 4-7 here. If I've done the math right, if she spares it up, that'll force Brooke to double. We all know that's a big if I did the math. Look out. Oh, right at it. Oh, yeah, what a nice conversion. Boy, after a shaky second half of the game, a very solid 4-7 conversion. Brooke has, I can't yell it. I don't want to yell it so she'll hear it. Brooke has to double now. 35 is the difference. 35.
Right in there.
Alright, that 7 count fill ball gives her a 146 scratch game, and she's getting 35, so essentially make that 181. Brooke needs 2 strikes and 7 pins to win her first career title. More than capable of doing it. She has, that said, she hasn't struck until since the 3rd frame of this tournament. Must have this one. Right there. Oh! Excellent shot, 4-pin. Weis wins the title. Well, tell you what, she made good shots. It's that shaky middle, and it looks like the lanes changed on both her and Zack. She made some nice adjustments to get back in the pocket, but it's going to fall just short. And unfortunately, as often as it comes down to spares here, it's going to come down to that 4-pin. She missed it in the 6th. Misses it here again in the 10th. A disappointing second place for Brooke, but still an excellent day overall. Joe needs 9 pins on 2 balls, and I got 45 seconds of room before YouTube cuts me off. You're Joe, you don't worry about leaving a makeable spare. You throw 10 in the pit right here. Oh, it's left the whole way. Boy, oh boy. Not a good shot at all from Joe, but you can't blame him for being a little yippy against the gutter there. But gets the 9 pins he needs. Oh, wow. And can you imagine if rolling that 2 mattered right there? Joe's got it by a pin in the worst possible scenario. That is career title number 2 for Joe. a happy dad and a very happy Joe. Keep watching YouTube, folks. We'll see you again.